Oscar BEVIS, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at the Wembley Civic Centre. It's weighing day. I'm joined by David Adeleye, and I put intent on the word David because I'm going to give you a 2-year apology, 2 years late apology. You say you don't hold grudges, but apparently 2 years ago I called you Daniel when you first signed with Frank. And like I said, you don't hold grudges, but I haven't interviewed you since, and you reminded me about it earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I don't forget, innit? Good memory.
Weighing day. Is this like the worst day for you? Because I know that everyone in that room is just game to fight now. Everyone wants to do damage, get in the ring. Is this pretty much the worst day?
Not the worst day, because I don't have to make weight, but the days go by slowly. I think the last week's always like the slowest week because you don't train as intense and whatnot. So I think everyone's just raring to go now. I'm more than ready to go. So.
And obviously, it's been a while since your last fight. March, 4 months? You must have done a lot of training. You must be sick of seeing them gym walls, though.
No, we took a bit of time out. I had to rectify some things, make sure I was feeling good and whatnot, and just making sure my body was good, and so the recovery was kind of essential. But I mean, I stay in the gym all the time anyway, so there's nothing really too damaging to me.
Let's talk about the man in the opposite corner, Manev. Only been stopped twice in his 9 defeats. Went the distance with Sold Acres, who there's a lot of talk about in his last fight. It's a stern enough test, a durable guy. Yeah,
he's durable, good, knows his way around the ring, knows how to last in the ring, so I just got to go in there, have fun, and that's what I'm going to do.
I do want to quickly brush over the last fight, and I think obviously you knew that was going to be something that I'd bring up. I'm going to start by saying this. Everyone gets criticism in their career. Floyd got criticism. You probably expected at some point you'd get it, be it early on, late on. Did it affect you in the way you thought it would, or was it easy to brush off?
So easy to brush off, I swear to you, mate. You ask my coaches and stuff. I mean, look, man, there's all online, isn't it? Everyone's going to have something to say, whether I'm doing good, whether I'm doing bad. And like I said before, if you allow them to build you, you allow them to break you. So when they were saying good things, I wasn't really taking it. I was taking it with a pinch of salt. When they're saying bad things, I'm saying taking it with a pinch of salt. They're always going to have an opinion. It doesn't matter. If I go there tomorrow and I stop them, they're going to have an opinion. If I stop them early, they're going to have an opinion. If I go the distance, they're going to have an opinion. So just something that's going to happen. Boxing is a sport like that.
It'd be easy for me to sit here and just look at you and say what went wrong, because we know that wasn't the best David Adeleye, but I know you would have studied it and you said things would have been rectified. Yeah. So why was it the worst David Adeleye, do you think?
Do you know why? Honestly, yeah, but I can give you people the what actually happened, but nobody cares about excuses. Do you know what I mean?
Is that the hard truth for boxing?
It's the hard truth for boxing, I have to be honest. Everyone around me knew what happened. The people that I obviously know, and my promoter, my manager, my coaches, everyone knows what's happened, but I'm not going to make no excuses. It is what it is. Nobody actually cares. I'm going to say something, they're going to say he's making excuses. So it's just, everyone's going to have their opinion on me anyways. It is what it is. I suppose when I start fighting these boys and start putting it on, they're all going to know like, that wasn't me. That was my worst performance. Like I said, my brother told me out of his own mouth, like, that's the worst I've seen you box. Amateur and pro. Been in the game 10 years. I mean, for him to say that obviously says a lot. So, yeah.
I mean, the silver lining you can take, obviously, you got the win. And if there is a silver lining, despite the fact that, like I said, obviously I would have seen from looking online just criticism hounded your way. Obviously, I haven't been in your camp, so you said you've dealt with it fine. But if there is a silver lining, at least your worst performance, like you and your brother said to you, has come now rather than when you're looking to win the British title, when you're looking to win a European title. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah. And what about the world title?
I was just looking a couple of years down the line.
Yeah, you can still say world title.
Right, and the world title, of course.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You'd rather it was now, essentially?
Yeah, I'd rather it be now rather than later. I learn from the mistake now, don't I? If you get everything your way, sometimes you don't really learn. Like they say, you learn more from that fight than you do in all your other fights combined. So, he was doing a few things as well that I learned from, and I was like, alright, I've never really experienced that before, but it's good to know now. And I dealt with it all, and I was never uncomfortable in there. I was never out my depth. I never looked like I was panicking. I was alright, so it is what it is.
Well, from having watched every one of your pro fights, you are one fighter that when I look in the ring, you do seem like you're having fun. Not that people don't have fun in the ring, but you always seem like you're just having a laugh and smiling and enjoying it. Yeah. And despite what people think about the Sokolowski fight, I didn't think you looked like you was not enjoying it, if that makes sense.
Honestly, like, it was all right. And I think, and I know I keep saying it, but if you go to that fight and you switch off the commentary, if the commentators were saying different things, exact same fight, but they were saying different things, I have to be honest, nobody would have an opinion. I mean, that one of them sort of bad, negative comments would probably cut by 70%, 75%. But you know what I mean? It's a sport where it's kind of biased at the same time as well. But like I said, it is what it is. You'll see tomorrow night. I mean, I'm not here to do all of the talking. People in the gym see what I do. They see what I do. Look, I wouldn't be here. That's just the truth. And I gotta be honest, you wouldn't be interviewing me if I was shit as well. Let's just be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you wouldn't be signed to BT Sport and you wouldn't be signed to Queensbury Promotions. Yeah, that's the brutally honest truth.
That's just the honest truth. If I was shit, I wouldn't be sitting where I'm sitting right now. So I think that says in itself. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just for me to go out there and prove to people what I'm really about.
I look at someone like, and I'm not comparing the two fights, just situationally and perhaps mentally. Do you remember when Conor Benn fought Payno and everybody thought he lost? He pretty much said, I lost. And it's not like, you know, you can move on. We know you're better than Sokolowski, if we're being honest. But is it something you feel like you have to just close the chapter, or are you just, fuck that, done with it?
I don't, honestly, mate, I'd fight the geezer whenever. It doesn't matter. If they said to me, you'll never fight Sokolowski again, I'd be like, all right, sweet, my career's not based on him anyways. If they said you're fighting him next, then sweet, let's do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm not going to do that. You know, and I'll fight anyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's as simple as that, mate. If somebody says something I didn't like, or they try to put it on me, you think I'm going to be like, oh, no, I don't want to fight. I'll fight anyone. It don't matter, and I'll let my hands go anyway. It doesn't matter.
Well, look, that's done. We'll stop talking about that now. But in terms of the heavyweight landscape domestically, and I saw you said this to BT, and I want to bring it up. I know it's sort of BT's quote, but you said that there's other heavyweights out there that are going to get an erection from that, because they're probably rubbing their hands going, oh, is David an easier touch than we thought? But I suppose that works in your favour.
It does work in my favour. If that's the case, I mean, come on in. I mean, I think somebody was talking after my last performance and said their fighter would give me problems based on my last performance, or they would give me problems, like, and our fight will give David problems, like, he's all wrong for David Adeleye, but we offered him the fight 2 months earlier and he said no. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's gonna have an opinion, mate, and I'm gonna put my hands on him, trust me. And if them fights come, I'm gonna do some serious damage, and I mean it, trust me, like, I'm not one to talk and all of these other things, but I'll do some serious damage. If they think that, all they have to do is get in contact, speak to my coach, speak to my management, and if I'm easy touch, get in the ring with me, and we'll swing it out. I'm not one to shy away from it. Any of them, I'll swing two, 3 of them on the same day if it's really a problem. Trust me. And you know what it is, I don't want to keep going in that way. Trust me though, I'll swing any of them. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Any single one of them want to come to me and talk about they want to, oh, Dave's easy touch, and come in and fight me. Everyone's got an opinion, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, like, opinions like arseholes, everyone's got one. It's as simple as that. So if they want to say, oh, David's this, David's the easy touch, yeah, get in and swing me then, and I'll beat you up. Trust me. And if no one's got an opinion, get in the queue and I'll beat you up as well. But there's a reason why there's no queue, because everyone does believe the hype.
You've always spoke with intent ever since I've seen you do post-fight interviews on here with Cougar, Uma, whoever, interviews with BT. You've always spoke with intent. It's now like you've doubled the intent. Like there's a more seriousness about it now, more sort of, not that you weren't driven, but there's more of a drive.
Candidate. That's why I'm a serious candidate. I wouldn't join this game if I thought I was no good. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't fight these people if I thought I was no good. But look, I'm always a serious person anyways. Do you know what I mean? I'm not in this sport to make no friends. I don't need to be friends with none of these fighters, realistically. I've got enough friends outside the sport. I'm not here to make no friends. So it doesn't really bother me. I've got a lot of friends in the sport as well. I mean, obviously personal friends, but at the same time, mate, if anyone's got something to say to me, then, you know what I'm saying, you know where I'm going to be. Simple as that.
Well, that was sort of a rousing speech. I feel like I want to watch you get in the ring now after that. Quick one, Carlos Takam, Joe Joyce main event. I know you've been sparring Carlos in the build-up to this fight. I just want to know sort of how he's looking.
Good. Yeah. Good. You know what? It's actually good work, getting good sparring, because he's a bit like my opponent, isn't he? Short and stocky, so it's real good work. It's going to be a good main event. And you know what? I'm actually interested to see how it plays out. Yeah.
All right, David, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and we look forward to seeing you do the business tomorrow night. And, speak tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cool.